What's up, strongest men, women, and children from blocks all around the world? I am my block's strongest man, and tonight we're going to continue our discussion of the Mammoth Strain Challenge 5 Pro-Am, and we're going to start focusing on some of the record breaker attempts this evening, specifically Gabriele Burgholzer.
Ciao, homie.
Welcome back to My Block's Strongest Man, where we bring strongman into the mainstream by discussing all of the latest strongman events in the greatest analytic detail that you'll find anywhere on YouTube. We also show you how to replicate some of those events at a smaller scale with objects all around you in your own home. If you haven't done so yet, subscribe to this channel so you get notified of all of the latest videos that I release 4 times a week for your viewing pleasure. Make sure to comment below whether you agree or disagree with my videos. I love the engagement and I respond to every single comment. Now on to today's topic. So, what is she competing in? That's the first thing we need to know. And to know that, we need to go over to the spreadsheet where I have prepared my latest and greatest spreadsheet to track all the actual performances in tomorrow's Mammoth Strain Challenge, because it is within hours of now. So we're there. We're almost there, and I'm trying to give you as much great content as I can before it begins tomorrow. So, looking here, Gabriele Burgholzer is going to be attempting a 200-pound Mauser block overhead press. The thing that's so impressive about that is that if you look up here, the current record is 175. That's a substantial jump. So I think that's kind of the theme of this particular contest, is to kind of push the boundaries further and higher and not make them easily beatable next year, because the way that David Waters at Mammoth has set it up, if somebody breaks one of these records, they get a payout award, and if they don't even attend next year and nobody breaks the record, the same person gets paid out again for sort of retaining the title, as it were. So, Gabriele's going for 200 pounds on that Mauser block press. Well, is she going to be capable of breaking it? That's the question. And so if we go back over to her Instagram, we can have a look. And first of all, she's an incredible athlete. I want you to, this is actually arriving at Mammoth, I believe, today or yesterday. And so you can see, and they had their meals and whatnot. And we'll kind of go through. Now, this is crazy. Watch this. So it's like a vertical monkey bar climb into multiple muscle ups. Like, just being able to do one muscle up is, takes a lot of talent. And what's that, 7? Now she's back into chin ups and then comes back down. But I mean, watch this one more time. Most people, when they learn a muscle up, at least for the first time, are doing it with a lot of swing. That's a strict muscle up. Like, that's really, really difficult to do, and still, until the very last couple of reps, she's getting like all the way far over the bar. And so just incredible gymnastic ability in addition to her strongwoman ability. Here's some yoke work, and we'll go through this stuff real fast because we want Mauser. That's what we want, right? So, I mean, but look at that muscle definition. Her shoulders look incredible. Her traps, her delts, she looks really incredibly built. And so I kept watching these. Here's some box squats at 450. Again, we'll go through it quick because we're looking for Mauser. But when you see stuff like this, you gotta pause. She's just an incredibly well-rounded athlete. I mean, amazing, amazing. And if you keep going through here, here's some axle presses, which maybe she should have gone for that record because there is an axle press record breaker as well. Here's some shrug work where she says kind of, this is where I got my traps. And then here is another post. This is now the third post that she had that really stopped and grabbed my attention. So I didn't realize she's America's strongest woman in her weight class, which is middleweight, and got her an Arnold qualifier for 2021. So she already has that qualifier. So then I said, well, let me do some online research about, America's Strongest Man and America's Strongest Woman. We all know that Marcus Crowder is already jumping on my live stream after show and has agreed to do an interview, so I hope you're all as excited about that as I am. But I checked out the ladies as well, and Gabriele Burgholzer won the middleweight America's Strongest Woman. So she's no joke. She's like at the very top of her profession here. And now I'm not surprised at the weights I'm seeing her throw around, in addition to all that other crazy gymnastic ability. So we go through a little more, and this one's crazy too. This is like a peg climb, so she's like inserting peg by peg. You know, lots of grip strength, lots of shoulder strength there. You see the traps really flexing in all the definition. People even were commenting on some of her posts that she should probably try out for a bodybuilding show, because she shows her abs later, and she is like, in addition to being so strong and athletic, she is, you know, very lean as well. So, you know, just going through all this, here's some more pull-ups. And so I started to find a pattern. So what is that pattern? I don't see a Mauser block, do you? I can't find her actually practicing the Mauser, and that doesn't mean that she isn't. Maybe she's trying to keep it under wraps. Maybe for her, kind of focusing and keeping it as a personal thing will give her a better ability to complete it. Here's kind of the ab shots, right? And so I started thinking, could she break this record? Yeah, I think she can. The question is someone going to break it by more? So going back to that website here, which again was Generation Iron, I want to give them a lot of credit here for putting together these listings for me to refer to. But on Generation Iron's website, which I will credit in my description, you can see Gabriele Burgholzer is a middleweight, but then Jessica Fithen, who I'll be making a video about as well, is a heavyweight and is competing in the same record breaker. So you got to give the edge to the heavier athlete, all other things, you know, being equal, to be able to break it. So will Gabriele break the record? Even though she's not showing any Mauser practice, I think she knows something we don't know. And I think given all of this other insane ability she has, yes, she'll break it. I think Jessica might break it by more. And I'll do a video about that shortly so you can see how she's been preparing and why I think that way. Thanks again for joining me on My Blog Strongest Man on this special record breaker edition for the Mammoth Strain Challenge 5 Pro-Am. Let me know in the comments below if you agree or disagree with my assessment here. I'd love to hear from you. And of course, until next time, as always, ciao, homie. So if you like this video and want to learn more about any of the products I described during this video, make sure to check out the links in the description below. So if you like this video and haven't done so yet, please consider subscribing using that button right there. And also stay tuned for some other videos that you might love blooping up right there. This one is the one that YouTube thinks that you will like the best, and this one is the one that I think you will like the best. As always, share this with everyone, and until next time, ciao, homie.